Hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get the latest updates from Fine Planet. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Wednesday applauded India's ban on 59 Chinese apps, including TikTok. He hypocritically expressed concerns about India's national security by saying New Delhi was ensuring its own security, integrity, and sovereignty. But anyone with discerning eyes can easily tell that what Pompeo, who keeps spreading lies and misleading the public, intended to do was nothing but grab every possible chance to fan the flames of hatred against China. Having recently intensified its relations with China, India appears to be an excellent choice to be manipulated. To Pompeo, there might be no better option than the Indian people and the Indian government, since he needs to pour a little more gasoline on the fire to achieve the goal of making India hostile to China and simultaneously roping in India to the US's anti-China campaign. The Indian media seemed to have started a carnival after Pompeo's above-mentioned remarks. Dozens of Indian media outlets made relevant reports, as if Pompeo's words had helped India put China under its heel. However, Pompeo was just taking advantage of the rising nationalist sentiment in India. The roaring nationalism has to some extent affected the Indian government's rationality in security policy making. Pompeo attempted to ride on this momentum to pressure the Indian leadership so as to assure the US's political interests by meddling in India's domestic political affairs. This is the biggest threat to India's national security. Ironically, however, Pompeo is pretending to strive for the good of India. Given that Pompeo was once the head of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, it is not surprising to see him act as a sanctimonious moralist whose expertise is incitement and subversion. Now, he can publicly do whatever he once did behind closed doors, and he can do it with high-sounding excuses. He is enjoying himself while ordinary Indian people suffer. In addition to an unsuccessful campaign to dissuade other countries from embracing Chinese high-tech giant Huawei, Pompeo has been striving to stigmatize China. Even an ordinary social media app that brings Indians happiness and supports some jobs can be demonized by him as China's tool of global surveillance. Many Chinese apps popular in India are operated by local people and receive international investment. Bans on these apps are not in line with India's own interests. We believe India will calm down and take a more appropriate path. Some forces are intentionally hindering the mutually beneficial cooperation between China and India. We hope Indian society keeps a clear head and sees through these ulterior motives. Acting like a cheerleader, the US has guaranteed India with no real investment, but inspiring lip service. It will not benefit India's development if the country is captivated by empty talk. Thank you for watching Fine Planet.